Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, proudly presents to you another outstanding episode of 15 Minutes of Fandom. That's right, what we do here is we actually take the spotlight and put it on one wrestling fan that we feel stands out from the rest at this moment. With that being said, in one corner we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He is the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a chief burrito because he loves the combination of chicken and beef. It takes two to make a thing go right. He is Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. 3 continents down, 3 more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us. You see, we have a special guest with us tonight. He is the leader of the GWF. That's right, the Global Wrestling Family. They're taking the state of New York, soon to be the world, by storm. He's the founder and the CEO. That's right. We're talking to the head man. Everybody, welcome to the show, Tabu. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys having me on, and this is an honor. So thank you.
Hey, thank you for taking time out to be a guest on our show. We really and truly appreciate it. This is one of our segments that we always enjoy because I always say we always say the fans are what can make and break a promotion. The fans are what can make and break an event, and it doesn't matter how many, whether you're a publicly traded company or not, whether you're trying to be the alternative or not. The fans are pretty much what make or break a show. So
exactly. Yes.
We just have to show some love to the fans, show some love to those who actually, tune in and day out. Every month they go to their local promotion and they purchase the merch and whatnot. So yeah, this is our thank you to y'all as well too. So yeah, with that being said, man, like, how did it all start for you, man? How did your love for pro wrestling start?
You know what? As a kid, I used to watch it with my brother and my older brother. He's like a big rock fan, and I always used to watch it with him. But there's one particular, I can't remember the pay-per-view, but I believe it was Triple H versus Undertaker versus Stone Cold. And from that point on, this was like maybe like late 90s. Triple H is like my all-time favorite. So just seeing that match and everything from that point on, I just became like a deep, deep fan as like the years progressed, the months. Watching Raw, SmackDown, Heat, Velocity, all the pay-per-views. It was a fun, deep thing to watch.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, you mentioned Triple H. I was never a Triple H fan, but I always appreciated what he did for the business,
Right.
and the hard work that he's put in. And you could tell you could tell like whether because I actually started following his career when he was terrorizing, and I said, something, the way he was going as terrorizing in WCW, I knew he was going to be somebody great. And he went over to WWE. He never really missed a step. And now, the man's pretty much a legend. So I was never really a fan of his, but, and don't get me wrong, I love DX, but I was never really a fan of his, but I'm appreciative of what he's actually, brought to the sport and so on.
What made you not a fan of his?
That was just me. It was like, he's a bad guy. No, I don't.
Heels are top guys, man. They're the best thing running the business.
Which is funny because I was a huge fan of The Rock. The Rock was my guy. Like, whether it was like Elimination or like The Rock was that guy. And I always
he definitely was.
I always appreciated every time he cut a promo or something. So yeah, I was more of a Rock, fan as well. Yeah. So did you ever get to meet Triple H in person, or you want to been able to like
You know what?
see him live at
That is
shows?
my, unfortunately, I have not, but that is like my dream. Like, that is like my number one meet and greet right there. Like, just for one day, just to meet him, that would be like, that would mean the world to me. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen him wrestle live a few times, but meeting him in person is like a whole different story, man.
Yeah, I've never met Triple H, but I've seen him wrestle once, and that was at WrestleMania 28,
Wow. Okay.
and that was against that was when he wrestled Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as the referee,
Yep.
and
Hell in a
that was
Cell.
the only other time I've ever seen him was when he was the DX 25th anniversary. I was actually at Barclays Center for that, so that was the only other
Nice.
time I ever saw him.
Yeah, the last time I seen him wrestle was WrestleMania 35, MetLife Stadium. That was on the
35. That
big one.
was oh that was
2019.
oh yeah, that was Kofi Mania.
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
I
yes.
can only imagine the reaction when Kofi finally won the big one, by
Historic.
beating Daniel Bryan. Yeah. So um I gotta say, first off, man, you are definitely a dedicated fan. Like, I'm pretty sure you're a regular at the wrestling universe. You have met a lot of impressive people, and I was like, man, honestly speaking, I hope one day I can get to do that, like meet a lot of people, like a lot of like wrestlers, because I meet them occasionally, but then again, that's because I'm busy working and whatnot. Like, I have several things going on outside of like Ringside Society. But
Right.
hopefully, one day I can actually get on your on y'all's level with meeting people like Bret Hart and all that stuff too. It's and it's funny because the wrestling universe isn't really that. It's a bit of a journey, but it's doable. But it's just that I never have like
It's definitely worth
time.
the trip. Definitely worth the trip, man. You'll have like such a great time. And they have
Yeah,
everything you need from figures, the DVDs, comics, you name it, they got it. Shout out to Jack, the owner of the wrestling universe.
Jack Valiant. I've met
Um,
him before.
okay.
I've met him, and then I was like, "Yo, Jack, you want to be on the show?" He's like, "I don't do podcasts, but I'll put Swerve. But you could actually have Swerve on." I'm like, yeah, I was really hoping for Jack, but okay, if you recommend Swerve, I'll put Swerve on. I mean, but she and I still haven't been able to set up like an actual like um date and time. Like I said, it's all a scheduling thing, man. It's all a scheduling thing.
Right.
So it's what it is. So I just got a few more questions, before I turn it over to Rob. Kind of Rob has a couple for you. So GWF, man, you guys are taking New York by storm, man. I'm seeing a lot of them shirts. I mean, one of our former guests actually had it. One half of the Moment Makers, CF and Bills, the Wrestling God. He
Yeah,
has had that shirt. I'm sure A Diddy probably has one, or if not, he's not that far from getting one.
he
But
definitely has one.
y'all are definitely becoming a big name man. Like, what's the GWF about, man? How did y'all start and whatnot?
Well, I was just um, pondering one day. I wanted to just come up with something for the fans. The wrestling fans, the vendors. Something to support indie talent, mainstream talent. So I just came up with a global wrestling family, man. It's something new, something fresh, um, and I just really wanted to just give back.
That's cool, man. That's definitely cool, y'all. That y'all are actually looking to give back and to the business and whatnot. Um, we like this. I always consider and this is. I mean, I'm not trying to digress. I'm not trying to make this about us because, like I said, it's not about us. It's not about Rob Bass. It's definitely not about Remy Blue. But we know when we started this, we wanted to like give people the same thing in the same vein as you. We want to give people a chance to like tell their stories, give
Right,
back, so to speak. So that's why we started this as well too. We were like, we wanted to like, give not just the wrestlers but also the fans to let people. Because I always figured this: if you would be quick to interview Izzy from NXT, right, who's actually about to make her in ring debut, if you would interview. Ivan, the super WWE fan. Tie-dye guy who's down in Florida. Our Floridian listeners, y'all and viewers, y'all know who tie-dye guy is. If you don't, you definitely are not paying attention to the wrestling scene. But if we interview those people, and even the crying CM Punk fan who we've had on our show, actually, then why not, a Taboo? Why not, a CF and Bills, GWF, so that's that. It's always a great feeling when you give back, not just for clout, but just because you love the business so much that you want to give back.
Yeah, this is just something for everyone to just love and just have fun with. It's not a it's not a competition. It's not a game. It's just fun, man. Just fun. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, there's no. It's funny because me and Henny had that conversation. We were like, yeah, there's room for everybody. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, I sit down and I think about how we first started, and I'm like, I know I never told Rob and our other co-host Kathy couldn't be here today, but we never really had a forbidden door. If we did, we blew that sucker off. Like we probably put some like 5 sticks of dynamite and blew that sucker off. Like from the time we started this brand, if there was a forbidden door, well, that thing's long gone, man. Like there's no repairing that, because we've had so many people that our fellow podcasters and content creators, and we just want to hear their stories, man. That's all. We don't care if we're not looking for people to be like, oh, look, it's Remy. No, it's not about us, man. It's about y'all. Definitely not about us. But I gotta say, I like y'all's shirt, man. Um,
Well, I would definitely like to send some merch our way. Um,
I'll tell you what, I will accept it only if you accept a shirt from Ringside Society,
of
and
course, man.
we do
I
the
have room for.
exchange. We do the exchange like the Mega Powers handshake. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we could do that. We could do that.
Like I
Yeah.
can imagine now, like you're like like you're walking one way, I'm walking another way, and then we just do the whole like exchange, like how the Mega Powers do their handshake. We do the exchange of the shirts.
Right.
You know. Let me know when you're ready,
That,
brother. Let me
yo,
know.
man,
Let me
that
know.
would sure be epic, man. That would be epic.
Let me know, man. But yeah, I just gotta say, um, but so my last question, because like I said, I'm turning over to Rob. I know Raw is on. It's about to be hot. Judgment Day killing it. Seth Rollins killing it. Got people singing. So we're not
Man,
gonna try to,
it's
do
all
this.
about the Judgment Day and
Yeah,
what's going on with the Bloodline. But
thank you.
those two storylines right there is what's taking over WWE as we speak.
That is what I keep telling people, and I told people, Dominic Mysterio, and people, y'all hear it from me right now.
I,
Dominic
for the record,
Mysterio.
I don't like him. Like, I just don't like him. He's doing his job really well, but I still don't like him.
Here's my thing, and we could peacefully and respectfully agree to disagree. My thing is, Dominic Mysterio is going to be just as big as Cody Rhodes. I got a gut
What?
feeling. I got a gut feeling. I know I'm talking crazy, but I'm a die on that hill. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stay on that hill.
you really dug deep for that one.
Dominic Mysterio. Because no, if you look at it, Cody Rhodes had some awkward times. He had some when he first came in. Was he all that? No, he wasn't. What's up, Anthony Mayhem? What's going on? Yeah, Josh. I mean, I'm not.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't mind if I'm the only one that's saying this, but
No, don't get me wrong. Listen, Dominic Mysterio, he's talented. He's good. I will admit he's good. But for him, for instance, he just won the North American Championship too soon.
right.
I don't believe he should have won that. They should have waited. I understand what they're trying to
Yeah,
do, but I think it was a little bit too soon. Too soon.
you might be right. You might be right. But I'm gonna say this: the reason why I say he's gonna get as big as Cody is because Cody went through his awkward phase too. I mean, when he first started, he didn't have like all the pizzazz. I mean, he was Dusty's kid,
Right.
and he took a couple of L's, but he kept going. He kept getting back up. That's what Dominic is doing right now. Cody Rhodes had the whole Rhodes Scholar thing. Dominic Mysterio is doing the yo, I'm a criminal, I'm a thug thing. I did time in prison. You can't mess with me. Like I said, I'm sticking with what I'm saying right now. Dominic is going to be huge. Once he gets that right character and whatnot, it's a wrap. Y'all remember I said this right here on this episode. Was it July 24th? Yeah, July
Yeah, I'm
24th,
gonna remember.
2023.
I'm gonna remember when it
I
doesn't
said
happen.
that.
I'm gonna remember when it
It,
doesn't happen.
yeah, all right. And if it doesn't happen, hey, I've been corrected before. You know, I once thought CM Punk would never be bigger than Jeff Hardy. Funny, I once thought CM Punk would never be bigger than Jeff Hardy. I was like, your popularity will never eclipse Jeff's. And lo and
And
behold,
look at him now. Look
he
at him
pretty
now.
much he blew out both Jeff and Matt. So I'm like, hey, I've been proven wrong before. But my last question, man, GWF. Where do y'all see yourselves in 5 years? You, Peach Hitter, Danny, and Mike. Where do y'all see the four of y'all taking this thing in 5 years?
You know what? I see it just being something that everyone is gonna remember and respect. And I want to do. It's so much to do out there with this brand. But I see it somewhere really high, successful. People talking about it. Maybe even starting a wrestling, like an actual wrestling promotion with it. You never know where it could go. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much where I see it going, man.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Um, we definitely wish you all the best. Y'all keep up the great work. Y'all are definitely killing it. You're definitely
Thank you.
becoming well known over New York soon. It's going to be like
That's the listen. The plan is to make it global. Like I cover everything. I don't care where you are. You could be in Africa. You could be in New Zealand. I don't care where you are. We're global. And I'm gonna make sure that it travels all around the world with what I have coming.
y'all are definitely doing it, man. Like I say, New York knows about y'all. I'm sure New Jersey does. I know Delaware does, and because you guys are frequent sponsors of CCW alongside us and several other people. So people are
Right.
definitely watching, man. They're definitely watching.
As they should be.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. Kind of Rob has a couple of questions. Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet, thanks. So what's going on, man? How you doing today, man? It's looking all nice and sunny out where you are.
Yeah, I'm relaxing, chilling outside. Enjoying the nice weather.
Oh man, hey, I don't blame you. See, I would do the same thing on the podcast on some days, but I'm out in the country. I could be talking, and then like somebody in a loud truck or a tractor comes by, and I'm like, yeah, and that's all you hear, and I'm like, all right. It'll even come through, like I'm inside now, it'll come through sometimes, because I'm like kind of on a corner with a stop sign, you know what I mean? It's like, all
Right.
right. Oh man. So I gotta ask, man, like how far have you, traveled for like, meet and greets and shows and stuff, man? Because I was doing a little research for the show, and yeah, I seen you in a lot of places, man. Yeah, you had a couple of my, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, a couple of my close personal friends, wearing the GWS swag, the Renegade Twins and Kayla Sparks and stuff, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
like,
Yes.
like, like,
Yes.
like, how far have you, traveled and stuff? Or you just stay around New York, Jersey area, stuff like that?
For right now, I've stayed in the tri-state. The farthest I've traveled actually was Chicago, but it wasn't a wrestling event. Um, it was more of a Comic Con type of thing. But
Yeah, okay.
as far as wrestling, just the tri-state area, man. But like I said, I'm looking to travel out more and cover more uh, wrestling promotions out there, and make us more known.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, if you ever make it to Delaware, come here to 1CW, man. I've worked for them. Because we worked with CCW and all. Like 1CW, I was like, I'm like referee, ring announcer and all. CCW, I was just dude in the back. I was just dude hanging out in the back of the locker room. That was my job there, man. So it,
Yeah.
it was cool, man. Everybody there was awesome and stuff, man. Marcello and all, man. They're awesome. They're great, man. Yeah, CCW, I miss them. If we don't have a shows on same day, I'm gonna have to go up to the Monster Factory, visit them all and say hi and stuff.
They actually
It's been a
have a
while.
show coming up, right? August 6th, August 5th. I'm
Or
sorry, August
fifth.
5th.
Yeah, we have a show that day also, man. So I can't. Yeah, I won't be able to make it up there. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I gotta try and find one of them days. We don't have the same thing. I'll have to going up to Jersey.
Right.
I miss I miss checking them out. So, like you were talking about Triple H and stuff, man, being your favorite. I remember back in the day, when I used to wrestle in, junior high and stuff. My one wrestling coach, he knew, a couple of us watched wrestling, and he kept telling us, man, there's this dude in WCW that does a tombstone or whatever. It's a modified tombstone. We're like, what? How do you do that? And I remember he was like, oh, he's like wrestling, on like Saturday night, whatever. And we turned it in. It was like, oh, okay, you're doing the pedigree or whatever, like, oh, okay, we see what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember him. I remember thinking like, like something crazy or whatever. Like, oh, okay, I got it. So, yeah, Triple H, man. You said was your favorite. So, who else where did you cheer on? And who are you cheering on now?
I'm a big Roman guy. I'm a big Seth guy. I love what they're doing. The women's division, I will say they've come a long way. I'm a big fan of Liv. Love Liv Morgan. Love Rhea Ripley. Charlotte, Bayley. Sasha Banks, or excuse me, Mercedes Moné when she was there. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone that CM Punk, Chris. What's going on, Chris? But yeah, that's pretty much some of my faves. The list could go on and on, guys. Honestly, I could go on and on and on.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I could do that too, man. It's like one day, like, who's your favorite? I tell you this one day, and then next 2 weeks later, it'd be a different person. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like,
man, you gotta be consistent with the same, man. Like I said, Triple H is mine all time. There's nothing that's ever gonna change that. Greatest heel of all time.
that's like Ric Flair's mine. Not like nothing changed, man. I don't care
Right.
what they say, but yeah, Flair.
But right now, currently, and whether you like him or not, Roman is killing the game right now. Like, look where he's come from. Look how he was in
But yeah.
NXT when he was with the
Mhm.
Shield.
Yeah, man. Him winning the Rumble, and then everybody just booing him, and they're like, yeah, Rock going out there. You know what I mean? They were like, nah, f that, boo you too. It was like, geez, now look at him. It's like, man, yeah, he came a long way. He's doing it. Yeah, he's doing the thing and stuff. Yeah, it was like y'all saying Dominic and the Bloodline and stuff. That. Yeah, yeah, good stuff
Crazy,
going on
man.
there.
It's
So
literally.
what are your predictions for SummerSlam though? Do you have anything going on? Like, are they going to wreck shop up in there, or what's going on? What do you think?
I think Finn. I hate to say it, but I think Finn is going to win that championship.
Okay.
I think
Get his
Finn is
revenge
gonna win
on
the
Seth.
championship. I'm sorry.
Get his revenge on Seth from how many years
Yeah.
ago was it? Like 5, 6, 7 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm in my 40s. Days, months, and years go together. So I'm like, well, okay, yeah, then okay, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a good match. I mean, I always like when those two get together. Battle, man. So that's awesome. You know what I mean? Now,
what match are you looking forward to on that card?
what other matches were on there? That's the only match I really know
of. Brock and Seth, I believe, is going at it. I mean, I'm sorry, Brock and Cody.
Brock and Cody. Oh yes. Oh, isn't it tied up the rubber match in it 1-1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So that's gonna be that's gonna be a good one right there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nasty
Cody
match.
Gonna pull it out. Is Brock gonna go in there, smother him? Do what he does. Or Cody?
I think
got a couple tricks up his sleeve.
I think we can all speak for Cody and say he's gonna win that one.
Yeah. He's gonna have the dream. The ghost of the dream in his corner. Like, come on, right. Daddy, let's go, Daddy. We doing our thing, Daddy. Oh man. Yeah, man, like yeah, and then you got Dominic and stuff. You're talking about, he just wanted, like, it was this Tuesday or last week or whatever, winning the thing. Yeah, that was a shock to me. I was like, well, okay, I didn't think he's gonna do it.
I didn't think so either, man. But he did it, unfortunately. So hopefully he loses it soon to someone more worthy of wearing that title. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think they were doing, they're probably like, yeah, we need to get some like heat on him. I mean, what if we just have him win some belt and everybody's just like, he don't deserve it. Oh, that would just rain down on him. Because I've heard when he comes out and stuff, the crowd and all is just like,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
he
ooh.
can't even talk in a microphone. He goes to talk, and the whole crowd just boos him. Like it's so
Mhm.
loud, he can't even get one word out.
Yeah, see, I haven't been to a show with Dominic and them yet. You know what I mean? Like, they came around Salisbury. It was last Sunday, but I had to ref a show or whatever, and I was like, man, I'm not driving all the way over there, man. I was like in a hot dungeon, you know what I mean? It was like 200 degrees in that thing, you know what I mean? Or, man, it might have been like juvenile 400 degrees up in there, you know what I mean? 'Cause I was sweating hard up in there, so yeah, I was like, I'm good. So what are your like favorite indie promotions to check out up there in New York, man? So if I like say I go out and take a trip up to New York and I'm out there one night, like man, you got some wrestling
Man,
going on, man. Like, what are some promotions I should check out?
you have one called We Are Wrestling. You have Warriors of Wrestling. You have ETU, Expect the Unexpected, um, and so many others, man. But those three right there, you got CCW. You know, those they really put on a show, man. Like the shows are wild. Like a lot of surprises. You never know what's coming. Nothing is dry. It's always something new, something fresh. And it's just something to look forward to every month, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Battle
Battle
Club.
Club
Yeah, yeah.
Pro, yeah.
Yeah. Y'all up there, man. Y'all got some good stuff up there, man. I'm like, woo, man. Sometimes I get jealous of the amount of talent that's in and out of there. It's just like, man, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know what? It's a lot to keep up with. It's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that is true, man. So you all probably have something like pretty much almost every weekend. You know, what I mean, you got something to do if you wanted to, right?
Right, right.
So, man, I gotta ask, being a wrestling fan and stuff, man, were you into the wrestling games or whatever as a kid growing up, or even now?
Oh, a game. Oh my God. Oh. So
And if you are, and
I
if you were, what were your favorites?
so I had well my very first system was N64. So you had No Mercy, you had WrestleMania 2000. Then going into the Sony, you know, you had SmackDown, SmackDown 2, and then Know Your Role, Shut Your Mouth, SmackDown versus Raw, Know Your like all of that. I've played every single one. For Xbox, you know, you had the Raw games. They were all right. GameCube, those games are all right. But mainly taking the name was just Sony, man. I'm a big Sony guy, so.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
my favorite
Have you
game,
played
I would
Fire
have to
Pro?
say,
Oh no, go
yeah,
ahead, go ahead.
I'll say, well, my favorite game though, I have to be like No Mercy, N64.
Now, have you played Fire Pro Wrestling?
No,
Okay, see, I play that. I got that on my computer and stuff, man. If you want to get in-depth detail on like running a GM mode, running a show, making sure all your wrestlers are happy, oh yeah, go in and do that. Plus, you can go online and like somebody has done created like almost every one of your favorite like people, like anybody in AEW, WC, or WWE, old school people, the people on the indies right now. You can go on there and be like, oh damn, you know what I mean? That's my boy. All right, cool, yeah. Oh, that's my homegirl right there. We're gonna take this over. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely check it out. But it is hard to control though, because it's not like like I got the AEW game or whatever. It's kind of like No Mercy
I
controls.
don't,
You know,
I
kind
don't,
of
I don't.
easy to
Yeah, a lot of
pick
people
up.
keep saying that. A lot of people. I have my. I didn't get the game yet, but I'm considering it. Considering. It. I went to my first AEW show this past Saturday, Collision.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just being there watching that, I'm like, all right, I guess AEW Fight Forever has a little hope for me picking it up. So we'll see.
Yeah, I got it from my Switch. Yeah, sometimes the grabs, I'll go on there and be like, but the gameplay, I mean, yeah. Well, like I grew up with like Atari. That was like my first system. I played the ET game. You know what I mean? Like that was literally the game I had to play
Wow,
for
wow.
Nintendo. So and Asteroid. So like graphics that doesn't something bad. I'm like whatever. But the gameplay was fine. It's real easy. It's short and stuff. Like if you do the storyline, but it was kind of fun. I had fun with it.
That's cool, man.
So I do gotta ask, yeah, I got the wrestling games and all now. So, I gotta ask, because I'm always trying to find new movies and TV shows to watch, man. Is there anything on you're watching right now? Because everything I've watched right now is all I've seen before, like comfort shows. So I'm always trying to ask for something, trying to get something else.
Um, I like Netflix. So I say the most recent good thing that I've been watching, The Lincoln Lawyer. I highly,
Okay.
highly suggest that show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really good. Um, have you watched You?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's kind of like a Dexter, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah. I seen that. Yeah, yeah. I like that show. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Netflix have so much, man. Like I'm mainly on Netflix, so they
Yeah.
have a lot of good stuff on there right now.
Have you seen that show Heels yet? I think I forget what it was on. I seen it on it was on
Uh,
Paramount, I think, or
I
Amazon Prime. It was
heard
on one of them.
It's
I
on
heard
Star.
about it.
Yeah.
What's it about?
I think it's like the wrestling business, but like the drama about it. It's like
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all
Okay,
that.
okay. Yeah,
It
I
has
heard about
what's
it.
his name starring in it? The dude that played Arrow. Dude that played
Oh,
Arrow starring it.
my
I can't
bad.
remember his name.
And it's crazy because I just met the guy like a few weeks ago.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Stephen Amell.
yeah,
Yep, Stephen Amell.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I gotta check it out, because I was seeing the previews or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I think CM Punk's in there. He plays like a little small character, and I think AJ Lee was going to be in this coming
Oh
season or
wow.
whatever. I was like,
I
okay,
got it.
I haven't seen nothing from her in a while. I used to like her back in the day. I was like, let me check her out. Let me see what she's doing.
I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah, I can't remember what I seen. It was like it was on like Prime or Paramount or something. Because see, I have my brother and sister and all, and we all have like something. We share, the whatever. So we all we can do whatever.
Right.
Yeah, man. I was like, whew, oh, thank you. When I was a kid, I was like, oh man, why you guys share and stuff. Now I'm an adult. I'm like, yes, you know what I mean. Come on, thank you. So I do want to say before I pass it on back to Remy, you know what I mean, because yeah, Raw is on, missing a little bit. So I want to say
Yep.
thank you very much for coming on, chatting with us, man. I definitely had a blast. I wish you and y'all just just blow up, have the continued success. I hope
Thank you.
y'all go
Thank you.
worldwide. I wish nothing but positive things happen to you and your family and all that good stuff, man.
I greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. It has been an honor being on you guys' show.
Tabu, thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule to be on our show. We really and truly appreciate it.
Of
We
course,
wish
man.
you and the rest of GWF. Tell Danny and the rest of them, Peach Hitter and Mike, that we coming after the rest of them too, man. So don't go too far. We gonna be looking to talk to the rest of the members as well too. So definitely, let them know, or they
Yeah,
could hit us
definitely
up
go.
before we hit them up, and we'll make a date and time, and we'll make it happen like a captain. But
Yeah, definitely chase them down. I think they would have liked that. Definitely chase them down.
actually, funny thing is, I met Peach in California. Like she was actually in it was like the day because I was in Los Angeles for WrestleMania week, not WrestleMania, not the actual WrestleMania, because I was at the network and so on. And I saw her like crazy enough, she was at the expo center where they had all the shirts and the memorabilia and so on. And I was like, Peach hit up? And I was like, yo, what's up? It's Remy from Ringside Society. And then we just talked a bit, and that was it. But yeah, man. But y'all keep on doing the great work y'all doing. Keep on, bringing that great merch. We like,
Definitely.
y'all just keep with the great work, man. We appreciate what y'all doing and
Thank
whatnot.
you so
But
much.
before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media when they want to, talk
So,
wrestling?
you can find us on Facebook, mainly on Instagram. I'm thinking about creating a Twitter, but right now Instagram is where it's at. So I'm mainly on Instagram. So you can follow just at Global Wrestling Family. You'll find us. Like I said, we're on Facebook. Same thing, Global Wrestling Family.
Awesome. So for those of you watching and listening, you heard this man. They actually have their social media out there. They're on Instagram. Definitely check them out. Definitely cop the merch. The merch is looking hella impressive.
And there's
And they also,
definitely more merch to be dropped very soon. Very soon.
yeah, yeah, definitely. So y'all make sure y'all definitely check them out. The merch looks good. Looks great, man. Y'all definitely go out there and support them. And with that being said, um, Josh, Toy Show. Thank you for actually checking in. We'd like to talk to you about some toys, man. If you're a wrestling fan as well, hit us up. We'll definitely make it happen. We'll definitely. I mean, I don't know if you're shy or not, but if you're not, if you're not shy, hit us up, and we definitely talk to you about some wrestling too, man. But with that being said, I really hate to do this. It's never a nice thing when I have to do this, but unfortunately, this past week we lost a great beloved wrestler in pro wrestling, a man by the name of Mantar. He wrestled in WWE briefly. He wrestled in ECW as well too, and unfortunately, he passed away last week. And our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his friends, his daughter, who actually made the announcement as well too. I had the pleasure of speaking to Mantar. He was a very cool guy, very chill, very down to earth. Actually, wished me happy birthday one time. He was supposed to be actually be on our show, but unfortunately, we couldn't, find the right times to mesh and whatnot. But we definitely lost a great one. I had the actual opportunity to watch him wrestle against El Matador Tito Santana back in 2012 at PWS in New Jersey, and I'll never forget that match. So, with that being said, Mantar, thank you for the matches and memories you gave us. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and do a 10 bell salute, and we're going to close out the show after that. Thank you, Mantar. With that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling. And of course, Raw is on right now. About to go see Judgment Day, Seth Rollins, and the rest of the people, throw down the ring. But before, we partake in those activities, Raw base. The Mel Gibson to my Danny Glover, the Tommy to my Ghost, and the Bubba Ray to my Devon. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out when next appearances, purchase Raw base merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you?
Am I good? Do you freeze?
I think he froze.
Oh, okay, okay. I was sitting there, I was like, oh man, did I freeze? And I looked down at the thing. Okay,
Okay.
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah. So, my Instagrams and stuff are you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Rob_base82. You can find me on Facebook, Rob Base. You can also catch us 1CW down in Houston, Delaware, August 5th. We got the Reality Era defending their tag team championships against Devon Dudley's sons. The twins down there. I think their tag team name's TNT. We've got we got Chris Wilde defending his 1CW championship against Ricardo Rodriguez. We got all kinds of matches going down. Definitely check us out, and we're also on TV every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Delmarva Sports Network. If you don't have, if you're not in the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area, you can go online, delmarvasportsnetwork.com, check us out there, or you can download the app, check us out there. So you get some Saturday morning cartoons, or not cartoons, wrestling.
How about some Saturday morning cartoons and wrestling? That'd be a good.
Oh yeah,
Can't
yeah.
beat those
That's
two.
what I used to do, man. Well, it used to be cartoons, then wrestling, and then I go do my thing.
But yeah. So if you, I think he froze. Oh, my bad.
No, I'm here. Oh, you?
So yeah, if
I think
you're
you're
in if
frozen.
you're near if you're in the same town as 1CW or any surrounding towns, definitely check them out. Me, I'm frozen.
Yeah, I can't see. Oh, now you're good.
Hold
Now
on.
you're good.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing this from my laptop because my phone just died. But yeah,
Well,
if
if I
you're
can just
actually in the same area as 1CW, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Finish.
y'all see me? Am I frozen?
Now
Now
you're
we can
good.
hear you.
Before,
We can hear you.
Hold
You're
on.
good.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So give me a second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you're good.
Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. Technical difficulties.
Oh no, you're good. Going back to
Um.
Dominic Mysterio, though, man. All I know
Yeah.
is I'm surprised nobody's, busted him with that,
Give me
like,
a second.
man, you were in county. You know what I heard they do in county? Toss the salad. So I got to ask you this. Did you use jelly or syrup? You know what I mean? They probably would have been mad at me. Like, you can't go in there and do that. And I'm like, half the people don't even know what toss the salad is. You know what I mean? They never seen Toss Salad Man on HBO back in the day. I'm like, man, they're good.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. That's funny. That is.
That was like the first thing I thought of. I was just like, oh my lord. When he was like, oh, County, I was like, okay. Because I watched Jay and Silent Bob
Okay.
recently, and I remember him saying that, and I was like, oh yeah.
Okay. So, finally back on my phone. Sorry about that. Phone died. Had to get the charger and whatnot. But okay. So if y'all are in the same area as 1CW, definitely make sure you check out those shows. Those men and women are incredible. I hope I get to check them out one day. But they definitely do great work down there as well too. So definitely check out 1CW as well. August 5th, CCW is back again. The finals of the Capital Championship Championship Wrestling, the Capital Cup finals are actually going to go on. We got the Renegade Twins going up against the Awakening, which is Vita Von Starr and Brittany Blake. So you definitely don't
Ooh,
want to miss
let's
that as
go.
well.
Let's go Renegades, right? Let's go Renegades.
Definitely. So y'all definitely make sure y'all head on over to Paulsboro, New Jersey, and check them out. For those of you that are from New York, don't know how to get there, it's just a Greyhound bus to Philadelphia. And honestly, I don't know how to get from Philadelphia to Paulsboro, but I know if you want to take an Uber, it's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a bit pricey. But if there's like 4 or 5 of y'all going, y'all just split the prices, and y'all should be fine for that Uber. But definitely check them out. They're doing great work there as well. And Chris, CF and Bills. The next predictions show is for SummerSlam. That's probably going to be August 4th. If you'd like to join, definitely hit us up, and we'll add you in as well. But spots are limited because we already got 2 people already. So just if you want to be a part, just let us know. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. We really and truly appreciate it. Um, well, I always miss this part. Okay, if you want to find me on social media, not that I see a lot of cool stuff, but I do go to a couple of cool places every now and then. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook as Remy Blue as well. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Ringside Society, Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're also on Threads at Ringside Society. Facebook we also have a Facebook group on Facebook, and we're also on Spotify, and we also have a Teespring store. We sell official Ringside Society merch. We have T-shirts, we have tank tops, we have hoodies, we have long sleeve sweaters, we have all kinds of merch. We even have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be dropping our Miami Life edition shirt tonight. Is going to be dropping. Watch out for it.
Oh, okay,
Cop it.
okay.
Miami Life is actually going to be for our, it's a dedication to our, fellow fans in Miami. They get live in the 305. So we're definitely going to be dropping that tonight. We also recently dropped our luxury edition logo, which, is a dedication, not a dedication, but pretty much it's our first ever wrestler inspired shirt, inspired by our good friend, the Diamond Sheik. Shout out to him as well. So definitely check that out as well. And like I said, we got a lot more stuff coming up. So we got a lot more designs coming. So y'all definitely check us out. Cop some merch. All proceeds go back into keeping our show afloat. They do not go back into our pockets. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where we have a lot of cool interviews like this one, the one we had with CF and Bills, the Wrestling God, A Diddy. We've had Chris Wayne, and we've had several other great people from not just wrestling fans, but wrestlers, referees, and so on. Y'all definitely check us out. You'll see a lot of cool stuff on our YouTube channel. All you gotta do is go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society, and once you see that really beautiful dark blue and light blue yin yang sound with the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos, because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning live tonight. Thank you. We really and truly appreciate it. Josh Toy Show, like I said, man, when you're ready to talk wrestling, DM us, and we'll make it happen like a captain. I think I'll put that saying on the shirt, by the way. It sounds good. But yeah, definitely DM us. And well, I know I'm missing something. I know I missed something. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. We really truly appreciate it. To those y'all that are going to listen later on, we get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. We strive on being one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to, and we're not going to stop doing that. And to those of you that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away and take our merch with us. Well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. You understand by now. But with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we're very well aware. Myself, Rob Bass, Kathy Knight, Chris Alini, and Albert Armageddon. We are aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But guess what? We're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag, we are not the same. With that being said, hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for the GWF Global Wrestling Family, and one time for the GWF CEO and founder, Tabu. Woo! What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, and we'll be back later on this week with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we just have 4 favors for y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.